So hello, good day everyone. I am Raymond de la Cruz and I will be discussing today the HTML tag and attributes that I use in my web page or my personal resume. So let's open our text editor. So today our from the top in creating the HTML you should first clear the HTML which contains the files, and then the next lines are the head where contains the title page of your website. The the css that I use is I connect it into my html using the link rel or the style sheet, and then the href or the hypertext reference. It contains the file name of my css, which is compiled in this area. And then the meta chart set is the it help you declare your character set. And the UT-8 is the universal charts character set on programming language. And that's for the head of my HTML. And then the body of the HTML, which is the visible part of the website. I use a marquee tag here to create the moving text from the top here. This is the moving text, and then I just set the behavior is of the marquee text into alternate, so it will be bouncing left and right and not pass through left to right or right to left. Here there's a div class. There's a div in here. Div tag is usually used to create a division of your HTML. This is commonly used when inserting in a cascading style sheet or the CSS to modify. And it contains my logo here. The class attribute here is the name of the logo that I inserted, which is the logo. So it will help me to declare the whole div class here. You can use also a div ID, but I prefer div class. And for the images, I use the ahref here, so it will be a clickable link, and I set the hypertext reference into blank. So when you click the image, you will be prompted into an empty or blank page. For inserting the image, I use the img tag, and the src is used to call or to find the directory of your file where your image is stored, which is the index, the file name of where the image is stored, and then the file name and the extension name. Don't forget to check the extension name of your image, because if you do not check it and you input the wrong file name, your image will be blank or broken image. So let's remove the png into jpg. So okay, so let's save that. As you can see, the image is not it's not uh, it's not showing, but you can see the name of the file name or the file. So the alt attribute also is used to set the name of the image, or so you can set it when you to name your image. It will be shown if the image is broken or the image is not showing. And then I set the image into with the style. I changed the width into 150px, and I inserted a border with solid black too. Why the border has need a solid black in there? So it will display the border, because if there's no solid on the color, it won't be displayed on the screen. And you can change the color here, the black, into any color you prefer. You can choose blue, green, or etc. And in the border radius, I selected a percent. I input percent on it, so it will cover all the sides of the images. And I inserted a margin. Margin is the spacing between the screen. This, wait, let's save the image. Okay. Here, the screen from here, from your left to right. So it's your margin from left. And you can also set a margin from your right here. It is the spacing between those two. Margin left, and also there's top margin from the top, and then margin below. Okay, let's continue with our, and almost the same for all the images except from the bottom one. I modified the margin to 41 rather than 28%. Now there's a hint here, there's a direction. I changed the direction into left. Why direction and not behavior? Because the direction, it will only move where the direction is going from left, which means the marquee should be moving from left, from here, moving to left from the right side of the screen. Why not behavior? Because behavior declares the not only the movement but the behavior of the marquee. When we say alternative, it will be left. After going to the left, it will be bounced back to the right side of the image. From here, it will be bouncing back from here. And the direction is almost the same but different. It will only be passing through the images, and then after passing on the screen, it will be moving from the left again, starting from right to left. So let's continue. And here in my I inserted a horizontal line or horizontal rule, and I changed the color into orange. This is the color coding for orange, not particularly orange, but yeah, orange. And I set my footer. I use the footer tag, yeah. And then I inserted the font style. I changed the font size of my footer into 10 pixels. Then align the text into center. Text align. Inserting the copyright logo, I use ampersand copy and then terminator, and then uh, a link. I inserted a link into my what do you call that, domain name. I'm not sure if this is uh, working, but I just inserted the link of my domain, and then another link here which contains my name, my Facebook account, I should say. Why did I inserted target attribute, so that if you click the image you will be prompted into a new page here. Let's try to click the name here. So I don't have any internet, so the server means you will be prompted into my account, my Facebook account. Okay, let's continue. And I inserted the also the a link here in my the hosting account, or hosting, which is the bsit4vps.org. And then these characters are used to insert in spacing, the ampersand and BSB. And then the link, I also inserted a link here for my hosting there, a hosting, which is the hotscripter.com. And then the disclaimer disclaimer in here at the lower, and then closing the footer, and then the closing tag and HTML. And then let's now discuss the here the CSS. Here I mentioned that I declared a class in the logo name here. So when you call a class name, you just type the that logo, and then I modified the margin from top and the left margin, so I could fit it on the middle. And then I also inserted a margin bottom, which is 35 px ypx, so it uh, will be a smaller gap only, smaller, because if you insert it with the percent, you will be cutting the image or your border into half, the margin, I should say the margin in half. And for the to modify the name, no, the display, the look of my logo here, I just call the dot logo, and then the reference or the link, which is a, this is a, as in I modified the font size to 40 px, and the border into solid black 1 px. You can also change this into different colors, and then the border radius into 50 px y 50 px, because I don't want the image to be looking like a circle, so I change it into px. As you can see, the only half of the image has the logo, only half of the logo, I should say, has a curved border here, and not all around the border, just like similar in these images. Okay, let's go back. And the padding used to give spaces on your images or in your text. Here I use a 8 px. This is the padding from top of the border on the top of your text or image you're using. And text decoration to remove the underline of your link, because if you insert a link on your on a text, if you make a link, it will have an underline here. So I removed the underline by inserting the text decoration into none. And then the font weight is the bold, and small, big, and etc. And then I changed the color into orange. This is the color code of the orange. And then the background color into black. so it would be look like an Oreo color. And the marquee text, I only change the font size of the marquee text here, the marquee, which is 20 px, and that's all for my index. That's all for my index. And then if you click the logo, you will be prompted in here in my home page. I In my home page, I use uh, what do you call that, a frame set. I use a frame set to set this all. So let's open the home page. By the way, I'm using Notepad++ for my HTML text editor. Home, home. No, here. Okay, this is the home, which is the frame set. It contains my header in here, and then the body of the HTML, which is the wider part here. This is the body. This is the body, and this is the header area. Okay. The footer is, I did not insert a footer on my. I just inserted it on every HTML that I created. So for the header, okay, let's open the header. Here, for the header, pretty much the same. I inserted a CSS style here with using the link rel and the href for the hypertext reference, and then meta chart set, utf, okay, chart set, and then the header name, okay, the name. And then here is the navigational. I use div class here to modify, much easier to modify the navigational bar. Here, I inserted another div class here, which is my logo, which is located in here. This is the logo. If you click it here, you will be prompted on my Facebook account again. Okay, the link is on my Facebook account. And then for the menu, I inserted a menu here. The menu. So there's a three div class in here. The navigational bar, which contains the whole whole navigation, and then the uh, logo div class logo, which contains the logo of my website, and then the navigational menu, or the menu, where you will be able to click and display on the body part of my web page. Here I use UL, or unordered list, and then the tag li is used for the list, okay, containing the list, and then the ul is the unordered list, type of list. Okay, so html ref body.html2. So if you click the word home from the navigational, we will be prompted on the home. It will be displayed down here on the body. My So if you click here from the personal, it will be displayed in here. If you click the home, it will be displayed the home. So how's that happen? Here I inserted again the target, which is, it will prompt on the image. No, it will be displayed on the target area, which is the body of my home, which is containing the frame set. Here, okay, header, the name is the body, so this is the body. Okay, this is the body. This is the frame set of the body, and then there's here is the header. This is the header. So in the header, all all target is the body because that where will be we will be displaying on that, and everything that will be displaying is on the body. So there's a css on that. So head header header. Oh, here. Okay, this is the css of my header. This is the header. For the background of the body, I inserted the background background attribute and change it into color of a cyan. I think this is cyan. No, I think this is mild blue, sky blue, let's say. And for the menu, this is the menu. The menu for the class menu, I just I changed the width of the menu into 400 px, and then float left, and then the height of the menu is 40 px. For the unordered list, I changed it to I set it into float left and then display plex. And to justify the content, justify content center to justify the content, and then the align items is center, so they will be placed on the center of each blocks or each and then for the list, inside the list, so I the list style is none. So the list style is none, so the period or circles that dotted before the list will be removed, and the margin is 50 px. The margin left is 50 px, margin top is 10 px, and then the font size is 14 px. For the link style, I remove the link the text decoration using this text decoration to set it into none, so the underline will be removed, and then change the color into black, the font family into Arial, and then the font weight into bold, and set the border into 2 px, and then the border radius into 50 px, and the padding to 2 px. Now this area is for the active area. When you click it, it will turn into white. When you unclick, it will be turn into white. Yeah, that's for the animation of the logo. Oh no, the navigational bars. And here the logo, which is this part, this logo, I modified it into float left, and then the font size into 15 px, and the padding into 10 px, so it would have a wider space from each both side, wider space on both side, and then oh no, on the left only. Okay. For the I use H2 for the logo name. Here H2, as you can see, H2. This is the H2 or heading 2, which is the second most biggest. Uh, so to modify the color, I choose the color. I already set the color ba? Mhm. To modify the border, I inserted the border color, a border solid black 2px, and then the border radius into 50px, and then padding. The padding is padding from top to bottom of the border, okay, to 2px, and then the background color into black. For the link here, the link here, to modify it, I just call the dot logo h2a. Text decoration is none, so the underline of the link will be removed, and the color set into I think it's not orange. Yeah, it's orange, and that's for my header. And for the body of my frame set, where's the body? Here, here's the body. So I did not set so too much in here. I don't have any uh, what do you call that? I don't have a CSS in here. I just modified the background color and the H1 into text. The H1 change it to text align center, and the font size into 30px, and then I inserted here a marquee. Behavior alternate, the same with the index, and I modified the marquee text using paragraph style, font size change into 30px, and then the text align to center. And then for the image, I modified the image using the inline style here, inline style attribute. But you can also use this black style from the top of the head. You can replace or use a CSS. Okay, with the width, I changed the width of the image into 300px, and the margin left to 35%, the border solid 1px, and then the border radius into 50%. And the background color is cyan. Cyan, yes, because my image is doesn't have a background color, so I set the background color into cyan. You can modify this into different color. You can choose orange. Let's save that and let's see what happens. The color change into orange. Yeah. So the image I inserted has no background color, so it's a transparent image. So let's just change it back. Okay, PR is a break rule, so I could have more spacing, and then a horizontal line for the footer. The same with the footer I inserted here in the index. That's for the body. So let's now continue the uh, um, wait, let's see what should be next. Here in the personal info, let's go open the personal info profile. Here, this is profile. For the, I also have here CSS inserted using the link attribute, and the href for the hypertext reference. And then the name of the file of the CSS. Let's open the CSS of my profile. profile here. I also use DeepClass for the navigation because I have navigations on my profile. It contains the profile itself, the autobiography, oops, the gallery here, and then the photobiography. Inside the photobiography, I inserted a button here. This is a button, so it will be clickable. Drop down button, I should say. This is a drop down button. Okay, and then inside the gallery, the drop down button, I have four links which contains my autobiography, my family, lovers, and then friends. So, to modify the menu tag, the menu here, let's go here, menu. Okay, menu. Let's here from here the menu. The overflow is hidden, so it won't display on my. Okay, and then the menu links, I let it to float left, and then the font size is 16 px, and the color is black, the color of the text. Then text align center, then padding to 3 px and 30 px. These two, the first one is for the top, and the other one is for the bottom padding. And here text decoration into 9 to remove the underline again, and then the border solid 2 px the same, and then the border radius into 50 px, and then the drop down button, this part, this drop down button, the menus here, I modified the float into left, so every time it will display, it will be on the left side, and the overflow is hidden. For the buttons of the here, the button here, this four buttons, I modified it. I changed the font size to 16 px, outline 9 none, so the outline of the button doesn't show, and then the color into black, and then the padding to 4 and 6 px, and background color into inherit. What is inherit? So inherit is when your background color is white, it will be changed into white. Background color of it is white. So let's go to photobiography here. As you can see, the background color is the same with the background of the autobiography. That's inherit. It will only copy the current background of the page you are at. So let's continue. And then the font family is inherit, the same. The margin into 0. Margin is 0. And then the border solid is 2 px, and the border radius is 50 px. And this is for the hover color. Hover color is the of the menu and drop button, and the color changes into this color, which is cyan. I think it's cyan. And then for the content of the email, the button here, the content, this is the content area. This is the content, which contains the autobiography, the family, and the drop down button. It contains the okay. Let's continue. The position is absolute, so it won't be moving around every time we click anything. It won't change the position, and then the minimum width is 160. Why I inserted the minimum width? so it won't, so every time you zoom in the image won't change its size, I think. Yes, and then the display is none. So for the link of the content, for the links I set almost the same every time I set. Okay, the display is black, which means they are aligned together and not, when you say, when you change it in inline, the display will be, they will be aligned on a straight line and not straight down, straight line. So I choose black, so they will display on a straight down like that. And text align to left and the padding to 12 px and 16 px. The text decoration to remove the underline again, and that would be none. And then the drop down hover, and then the content is black, and that's for the profile. And for the autobiography, autobiography, let's go with the here. Let's open the css for the autobiography, which is auto here. The autobiography contains my full my autobiography, and then the css of the autobiography is pretty much the same. I only modified the background color into I don't know, aqua green. No, sky blue. That's, I think, sky blue or cyan. Pretty much the same for the, oh, the paragraph. The paragraph here in the autobiography, I inserted a paragraph here, a div class, which a div, a division. The class is par for the paragraph, and then I choose an article tag to contain my whole text. And then in here I have a span tag here, span tag, to change the style of this character here, span tag. I change the style to the font size to 30 px only. At the in the margin, the I change the background color of the article or the paragraph into uh what do you call this, it's a no, RGB color, or this is what do you call this again, HSLA, which stand for the hue, the lighting, and the opacity for the A, and this, the I forgot the S again. And for the article, I just set the article to text align justify, and then the font size into 20 px. That's all for the autobiography. So let's close the other HTML here. So let's open the gallery. Let's open the gallery. Where's the gallery? Here, this is the gallery area. Oh, this is not included because let's open another. So in my gallery area, the first thing that will be displayed is my photo biography. This is my photo biography, and the they have the same. I think they have all the same. No, Only one photo. This is the bio, bio. Look, photo bio. The CSS is the photo bio. Wait, let's open the photo bio here. The photo bio is almost the same with the auto.css. Uh, to modify the navigational bar on my gallery, and I it's pretty much the same. The difference is here I inserted a image of six every page, so there's a six images, and then I separate them using the div class here. The div class here. Div class picture 1, pt2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. And I inserted here a button here, a button for you to able for the next, for you to go for the next image or for the next part. So let's click the photo biography here. So this is my photo biography. At the bottom, there are two buttons here, which is one which contains the photo biography 1, and then number 2 is the photo biography 2. Okay, this is the photo biography 2. They have the same CSS style. Let's open the photo biography 2. Photo bio 2 here. This is the photo biography 2. It contains 6. The CSS is here. To modify the images, they are all contained in here. The margin left is 30%, and the padding top is 30 px. The padding is 30 px again, and the width is 400 px. Width of the image, every images. And for the buttons, I set the margin into 45% so I can align to place it on the center. And for the text of the button or the link, I remove the text decoration and set it into none. They change the color into black, and that's for the photo biography. Pretty much the same with the one. They have the same CSS here. Okay, and let's open for the family. Let's open family 1 here. This is the picture. This is I don't have any CSS here, so I created a style, link style, style block here from the top to modify the images here. In inserting images, I just create div class img. So when you modify the image, you can modify them by just calling the class name. For the navigation, pretty much the same with the other one. Same with this, and the same with this is also the same button. Here I just insert two, which contains the link for the photo bio family 2, and then family 1. It should be family 1 here. Family 1, family 1, family.html, and family 2. Yes, I have two web page of my family here. This is family 1, and family gallery 2. This is the second. And for the lovers, I inserted here. Let's open the lovers. lovers. I only have one page for my lovers. Lovers. Where's the, where's the here? The lovers. I inserted this. This is the same with the family. I inserted the bad inline style block here top and inserted images using the img tag and the source of the source of the image, which is the family file, and then this is the uh, this is the file name of the image, and then I modified the width into 400 px. All of not all of them. The other one is 250 px and 300 px. And the same with the button. The button is in here, and I modified the paragraphs here. The paragraphs here, this area. Use calling the paragraph P here, or the P. I just set the text align into center, and then the button into margin to 45 to set it on the center, and the bttn is the name of the div class, the div division here, bttn, and a is the reference or the link. The color, I changed the color into black and text decoration into none. This is the same with the lovers. The lovers is not the same with the other one because I only have one HTML for the lovers. Let's open the sakit na lang. So let's open the friends. This is the same with the friends. Here the button on the below of the friends is almost the same. Let's go with friends. This is the images of, okay, this is friends. I have four HTML pages for the friends. This is the number one, which is, and this is the number two. Almost the same. They have almost the same. Must have the same HTML. Not the same H. The same. They have the same style, and the difference is the images that I inserted and the modification of images in here, and pretty much the same with the footer here. For the, let's open the skills. In the skills, I insert here an ordered list and modified the list into, set the list into justify, the text align to justify, and this list style type is circle. Let's go. Let's go with the skills here. Circle. The circle. This is the list style. This is circle, and that's for my skills. And let's open the educational background. Let's go here. For the educational background, I don't have a pretty much This is the educational background HTML. I use here a UL or unordered list, and then contains my educational background, my tertiary, secondary, senior, and my secondary, junior, and then primary school. This area is space because I don't have a major subject in my elementary school, and this is for the this area is the footer. I use a footer tag and H1 for the title of the educational background here, and then for the experiences, pretty much the same. And for the skills, interest, here in the interest, let's open the interest HTML page. Interest. I created HTML here, style. I use the style tag to decorate or to modify my interest here. It contains my music video, the link here, and the music I like and the videos I created here. Uh-huh. I inserted a H2 for the title, or for the message that I inserted, which is the you can find here the interests, my interest in life and my favorites. I use UL for the title of the text. I inserted a B tag here for the to to make the text bold here, and also here in the hobbies and list for the content of the you unordered list, and a div class menu uh, for the navigation of the music and video that I like. And then there's a message here, click the buttons, visit my favorite my favorite music and video. I use the U tag and I tag for the underline and the italic of the text. Let's see here. It's italic and also underline. And when you click here, you will be prompted in the music area here. I also inserted here the source of the music, and also a link of the music creator, or yes, the name of the music is Share That Love. And when you click the link here, you will be prompted on the creator of this music, and also the songwriter. I declare also the songwriters and credited all the songwriters and the producers of this music. So that's for the interest. Let's open the content of the music here. The music For the music, I also use the H style tag on the beginning of the HTML, and the div class menu, which is on the top button here, this top area. I modified it by setting the menu to overflow hidden, the overflow into hidden, the almost the same, the menu float to left, and then font size is 16 px, the color is black, text align center, the padding is the same, and 3 and 30 px, and text decoration to none to remove the underline, and the border solid black 2 px, and then the border radius into 50 px, and the title is align, which is h3 aligned into center, and then the paragraph text area, the text align is center, and then h1 for the title area here, it's music, and then this is the h3, which contains the link of the creator. I insert the link using the ahref tag. This In inserting the playback sound, I use the audio tag here, audio track, and then the attribute control muted, and change the style with the margin left into 38 px to align it on the center area, and then the source of the image, source, and then src interest Lucas Graham, the title of the image, the music, should say, and type of the music is audio or .mpeg, and that's for the G music. And then for the lyrics area, I use here is the paragraph area, and then I use a lot of BR or break rule to set the next line of the text. And for the source, I use H6, which is the smallest, I think. Yes, smallest. And inserted here the songwriters and song creators of the song. And then BR for the break rule for spacing, and then for the this is the footer again. Let's continue with the videos. Here at the videos, I inserted only 3 videos, which contains me, and also I will be inserting this video also in here in the video area. So let's go to videos. This is the videos. In the videos area, I I use the video tag here, the video tag, and declare the control mute, the attribute controls muted, and then the height, I modify the height of the each video into 500, and the margin into 38%, and pretty much the same to all of the videos. And for the link, I use the UL and modified the UL into almost the same with the other navigational bar. I remodified from here, and that's all the HTML tag I use in my website and attributes. So thank you for listening. I hope you did not get bored. And thank you again.